We're going to talk next about a very big, major chunk of communicating. And this is going to be communicating concepts. And this picture in our mind has all these different pieces. It has context to it. It has what our idea of those pieces should look like to it. Let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about. If I were to say to you, close your eyes and imagine being at a wonderful beach. Okay, tell me what that picture looks like to you. Some of you, like my wife, will have this picture of a beach with probably white sand, and there's going to be ocean waves coming up, and palm trees, and a gentle breeze coming through. And the water has to be nice and blue. And that would be my wife's idea when she says beach. On the other hand, when we were growing up in central New York and had never been to the ocean, our concept of beach, if you had said beach to us as kids then, would have been one of the lakes that upstate New York is so famous for. And we would have thought of a lake-type beach, which is very different from an ocean-type beach. And then, I imagine, if you talk to somebody that grew up along maybe the Mississippi, when you said beach, in their mind would come up a strip of beach along the river. So here we have three very, very different ideas of what beach could be. But when we communicate and say simply, I'm talking about it from myself to you, I'm going to only say, I went to a beach this weekend. And you'll have no idea which I mean. You're just going to assume whichever picture comes to your mind is the type of beach that I went to, which could be very, very wrong. Another important thing to remember about concepts is concept is in your head. So however your brain processes and puts that piece together is what forms that concept. Because what you're saying doesn't make any sense to me. And conversely, what I'm saying about the beach doesn't make any sense to you. So we're sitting here and having this struggle and frustration because it's obvious the other person isn't understanding what we're trying to say. Last thing that I'm going to say about concepts is my concept for whatever the same point is that you're thinking about will differ completely from your concept. Always remember that. This gets particularly important when we're dealing in business in the high-tech pieces that we tend to frequently, as technical workers, be working in, because the concepts we're dealing with are extremely complex. When we, as developers, talk about a computer program, we're actually thinking of a whole number of pieces. And no, they're not trying to drive you nuts. Be careful of concepts. Always make sure that you're clear on both sides. Hope this helps you in your future communication. And always remember, a beach is not just a beach.